Okay, hello everyone. Remember, my name is Julian Marin. I am your English teacher. And today we're going to be checking on the second test of Pruebas, Martes de Pruebas. So we're going to check the English section for this second test, and we're going to provide the feedback, analyzing the different options that we have, the instructions, the type of questions, and such. So I'm going to start presenting right here. Here you have the test. So what is the nature of this test? In this case, what is the nature of this question? Okay. They present a conversation. So the opening part of the conversation is what you see here, up here, right? In 21, it says, I think the new manager is very strict. So what we're looking for in the options A, B, and C is an answer that, or a response that connects to this conversation. So the first thing that we're going to evaluate here is coherence. If it is coherent, if we're talking about the same, if we're talking about also grammatic, right? Why? Because if we're talking about a he or a she or us or them, is going to change. In this case, let me show you over here. In this case, the options are, first we say, number 21 says, I think the new manager is very strict. So we're talking about a person, a manager. Let's see. A, why do you say that? I always have a good attitude. So in this case, we can cancel A because it says I. We're not talking about direct person. We're talking about a third person, right? So B, it is true. If we are not strict, the students won't learn. So over here, the context is educational. And over here, we're talking about a manager, right? So also, it says we. And remember, we're talking about a third person. So that is why we will cancel option B. Now, let's explore option C. I think so. He established new rules for us in the office. As you can see over here, also the context is appropriate. A manager is more like the leader of an office, and that is why option C would be the correct. Let's take a look to question 22. It says, oh my gosh, I don't remember my schedule for today. So that is the context. Let's see the three options. Option A, chemistry is my favorite subject at school. So as you can see, this first option is not directly connected with the statement. Right? Over here, somebody is worried about not remember the schedule. Let's see. B, today we have math, chemistry, and music. So that is connected to the schedule of a school. Let's see option C. The math and music teachers are easygoing. So over here, we're talking about teachers. So in this case, number C will be canceled because we're not talking about schedule. So A will be canceled also because over there we're talking about favorite or not favorite class, right? B will be the most appropriate or correct answer because it's talking strictly about schedule. We have, when we say we have, these are the classes that are given that day, math, chemistry, and music. Now, let's take a look. Let's take a look to the remaining questions. These are questions 23, 24, and 25. Let's give a look. 23. Maria, your boss informed me that you arrived late to work this morning. So that is the situation. Somebody is talking to Maria, probably her mom, right? So we have three options. A, sorry about that. I overslept. Oversleeping is when somebody sleeps more than they should and that is the concept of oversleeping. It won't happen again. So this one sounds like a coherent response. Let's see B. I feel bad about getting up early on weekends. So over here, weekends are not days in which you regularly go to work. So we can cancel B because it's out of context. And C says, being late to work is a habit that many people have. So even though in general terms the topics are related, there is not a direct connection between the statement and option C. So we can cancel option C too. The correct answer would be option A. Now let's take a look to 24. The statement says, I'm very worried, honey. My salary is not enough. So over here, talking about couple and talking about economy, domestic economy, right? Salary, not enough, not being sufficient. So let's see the three options. First option, A, everything was very cheap in the supermarket. So this one somehow is connected, but not directly. And it is also the opposite because if the salary is not enough, is because the products in the supermarket might be more expensive than expected. B, I understand the prices are going, or that prices are going up every day. This one sounds more like an answer connected to this conversation. Why? Because when we say that prices are going up every day, it is also directly connected with the money not being enough. Not being enough is like, today I have this money, but I cannot buy all of the products that I want. I believe that B is a coherent answer, but let's explore C. I had money to cover all your desires, darling. So this one stands away a little bit from the conversation. First, because we're talking past, right? So grammatically, it wouldn't be very coherent. And then, as I mentioned, it stands away from the original concern, right? Worried, the original concern about not having enough money. So I believe I will suggest that the correct answer would be B. I understand the, that prices are going up every day. Finally, we got question number 25. And it says, look, he is my favorite football player. Isn't he the best? So over here we have a direct question. The context, football player, and also favorite. So over here, we are expecting a response that is connected to this specific question related to this context. Isn't he the best? Let's see. A, well, it depends on the type of sport you practice. So this one is not coherent. Why? Because it goes talking about different types of sports, but we have already mentioned a specific sport, football. B, yes, I saw him cheering up the audience the last match. So this one is not very far from being a good possibility, because when we say he and him, yes, that is a possibility. And cheering up is also a possibility, which is the sports player or the football player amusing the audience, the people who went to look for to watch the game. So probably this could be potentially a good answer. But let's explore C. C says, I think he's a great player. Again, yeah, this is grammatically possible, but there are better players. As you can see, this will be a better answer. Why? Because it's directly responding to this question. Okay, so that would be the correct answer for this one. And with that, we finish in this review of the second test of Martes de Prueba. Thank you very much.